Another month is officially gone in 2024. Hello everybody, my name is Jesse and welcome to my channel. We are officially 3 months away from the end of the year. September is officially over. So today I'm giving you my top 5 favorite / best movies I watched in September 2024. At number 5, I have Howl's Moving Castle. I saw this as a re-release for its 20th anniversary. I went and saw it in theaters with some friends. It was my first time seeing it, and I really enjoyed it. It's only the second Studio Ghibli movie that I've ever seen. I want to see a lot more, but as of right now, this is only the second one I've seen, and I really enjoyed it. I thought the animation was beautiful. The score was awesome. I saw it dubbed in English, so Christian Bale as Howl I think is awesome. The voice acting was fantastic, and there was some good comedy as well as some good emotional moments, which I really enjoyed. Kelsifer, I think that the fire character that kind of ran the castle was probably my favorite character. But yeah, I really enjoyed this story and just everything they did. I really enjoyed this movie. At number 4, I have Deadpool and Wolverine. I saw this in September for a third time. This is one of the only movies I've ever seen 3 times in theaters, and I want to see it at least one more time before the end of the year when it gets on Disney Plus or when it's available on Blu-ray. I love this movie. One of my favorite MCU movies. By far my favorite Deadpool movie. Everything. The comedy hits. Bringing back Hugh Jackman as Wolverine is awesome. And just the humor is as good as ever in this movie. And I think that might be because of Ryan Reynolds. This is the first Deadpool movie that Ryan Reynolds is credited as a writer in. And just, I think Hugh Jackman said in an interview that his writing is absolutely brilliant in this movie. I agree. Shawn Levy's direction is great. All of the action is amazing. The side characters, the Gambits and Blade and Elektra, all of them are fantastic. So I really loved this movie. It had everything that I wanted from a Deadpool movie and didn't disappoint. Number 3, I have Pulp Fiction. This is one of Quentin Tarantino's probably most widely known movies. If you're a movie fan at all, you've probably heard of or most likely seen Pulp Fiction. Even if you're not that big of a movie fan, you've probably heard the name thrown around here and there. One of his most widely known movies, one of his more highly rated movies as well. When people think of the best Quentin Tarantino movies, I think this is one of the movies that people go to first. I'm not quite there. It's not necessarily one of my favorites of his, but I do love it. I appreciate it, especially from a filmmaking aspect. The way he was able to intertwine all these stories into one, I think, was really, really well done. And I just love all these characters. Quentin Tarantino, this was only his second film ever. He's really able to show how such a brilliant writer he is with dialogue and developing the characters. It's awesome. Cinematography is great. Then there's just so many iconic moments in this movie that I think everybody has heard of. Number 2 is Whiplash, one of my favorite movies of all time. This was also, I saw in theaters as a 10th anniversary re-release, and seeing it in theaters was an absolute treat. I loved this movie, and seeing it on the big screen made it that much better. What makes this movie so... I just love this story and kind of the idea of how far is too far to really reach your dreams. I mean, the character that Miles Teller plays, Andrew Neiman, really wants to impress J.K. Simmons' character, and he will go to great lengths to feel like he earns the part and feel like he is doing enough to really earn his place, and he becomes obsessed with it almost, and it's just great to see. It's a great story. I love the way it plays out. The writing is amazing. J.K. Simmons won the Oscar for Best Supporting Actor, and deservedly so. He is simultaneously hilarious and terrifying in this movie. he does such a great job playing this intimidating tutor while also having a reason to be that intimidating and that harsh on his students. And it's wild that no matter how many times you see this movie, that anxiety never really goes down. There's still moments where you're holding your breath, where you just can't look away from the screen, and it's awesome. But my favorite movie that I watched in September 2024 is The Batman. I rewatched this before The Penguin premiered on Max, and I absolutely love this movie. Again, one of my favorite movies of all time. I go back and forth on whether I like this or The Dark Knight more, and this is exactly what I think a Batman movie should be: a detective story that works with the police to solve the crimes. It's a darker, grittier version of Batman and Gotham that we've seen before, and I love that. Greg Fraser, the cinematography is absolutely amazing. The score by Michael Giacchino is one of my favorite movie scores ever. I love the way Robert Pattinson plays this role. I know everyone was very skeptical of him when he was first announced, but I really do enjoy him in this role. Zoe Kravitz's Catwoman is great. Colin Farrell, I wish we could see more of him as Penguin, and now we do in the show. But he absolutely steals every scene in this movie. The Riddler is a great villain, and I just love this detective thriller story. It's very reminiscent of movies like Seven, which is one of my favorite movies of all time. That's probably why I love it so much. And I just love what Matt Reeves was able to do with this film, and I cannot wait for part 2 coming in a couple of years. So there you have it. Those are the top 5 best movies I watched in September 2024. What were your favorite movies you watched this month? And until my next video, like this one, subscribe to my channel, and keep watching movies.